So I'm sure, as most of you know, there is a ton of great things going on in the CS2 markets right now. If you own CS items, if you've been listening to CS2 content, if you've been checking your own inventories or balances or anything, you've been seeing those numbers go up and up and up most likely. It's been hard to not be making money in CS2 recently. Even right now, we can see the new CS2 market cap is at $4.4 billion. We're up about 1% in the past 24 hours, according to Price Empire. This is looking really, really, really good. We're above those peaks that we saw back in April of 2023. We're continuing to trend upward. Things are looking good. Case unboxing numbers are strong. Player base numbers are strong. And we haven't even gotten any new content. We don't have a major going on right now. Nothing like that. And despite the fact that we're in like a relatively quiet part in terms of content and the game and everything, still so many indicators are going in the right direction. But this video today, we're going to be talking about some other things that have been going on recently and some more things that could possibly go on in the future that could send us even higher, that could make the CS2 markets explode even further, which is obviously a topic that I'm very, very excited to talk about. But of course, first, just want to mention my cash trading business. If you guys are looking to sell any of your CS2 items and turn them into cold hard, cash, crypto, or any other payment method, definitely hit me up. It's going to be the first link in the description below. On Twitter, that's the best way to reach out to me, but also email, Discord, these are all fine ways as well. But we like to buy anything and everything for the right price, but the bigger deals, the better. We like to buy those knives, those gloves, rare skins, expensive skins, stuff like that. Maybe even you can cash out your whole inventory, maybe some bulk cases, whatever. I just want to help you guys cash out safely, effectively, and efficiently. And if you sell to me, you're helping support me and my channel, my content, which I would appreciate a ton. With that being said, let's get right into this topic today. So we have this from Cecilia Dionastio. I'm probably saying her name wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know. But this is a reporter covering the games industry and digital culture for Bloomberg News. Again, this is like a traditional media outlet, really involved in stuff like finance, tech, everything like that, where obviously CS2 is a crossover somewhere between, or the CS2 markets are a nice little crossover between finance, tech, especially with how crazy things have been getting lately. You start to put up all-time highs, you start to put up numbers in the billions, people are going to start taking notice. And this is what she had to say. She said the market for Counter-Strike 2 skins hit an all-time high today at $4.3 billion. Amid concerns around the S&P 500 cryptocurrency, the data from Price Empire. And this is really, really, really cool. Now, this tweet from her itself got about 70,000 views, which is nothing too insane. But again, we did get an article on Bloomberg.com, which this was seen by, many, many, many people. And the good thing about this is that this was seen by more mainstream people. This was seen by people who are maybe not necessarily even aware that Counter-Strike exists at all, let alone the Counter-Strike markets, let alone the fact that there are billions of dollars, worth of assets and equity and stuff tied up into these CS2 markets, which I think is very, very, very interesting. But so not only I think this is good, hitting mainstream, hitting headlines, whatever. Now, is this going to make people throw their money into CS2 items? Maybe it piques the interest of a couple rich people out there. Maybe it gets some rich people out there to ask their kids or, people they know or their friends about Counter-Strike or the markets, or maybe they know somebody who plays Counter-Strike or know somebody who invests in Counter-Strike. Maybe it does eventually get them to invest some money. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think this could be a bad thing. Some people will probably say, oh, this is like a top indicator. Oh, it's time to sell. Once boomers start talking about CS2 items and market and stuff like that, that could be. I don't think so. But overall, I do think it is positive exposure for Counter-Strike 2 and the Counter-Strike 2 markets, kind of legitimizing gaming in more and more ways and the gaming economy and stuff like that, which I think is really, really cool. This could potentially be a good sign and could help push things further, but also what is another very, very interesting thing going on, and this could also make us go even higher, or could even be a reason we have been going higher lately, is, as they say, one of the main things in this market talks about how Counter-Strike 2 skins continue to go up and up and up. Again, we broke that all-time high once we hit about 4.3 billion, and again, we're at 4.4 billion now, so we've even gone further after breaking these all-time highs. We didn't hit these all-time highs and crash down like last time, but CS2 skins have been doing very, very crazy throughout 2025. They're doing very well from mid 3 billions up to mid 4 billions now just in the past 3 months. But again, in that time frame, we have seen the S&P 500 go down. One of the biggest assets in the entire world. Just so much money and wealth and influence and everything tied up in that. It's been going down. It's not had a great year. Today it had kind of like a historically bad day even. And again, we can look at that. S&P 500 year to date down about 4%. And in the past day, again, minus 2.7% down on the S&P. So many companies took absolutely massive hits today. The markets were down crazy. Millionaires and billionaires lost so much money. But guess what? CS2 economy is up 1% today. They didn't didn't care. But also Bitcoin, Ethereum, major crypto markets are down as well. And interestingly enough, this I do think will also get people to rotate into CS2 skins. Now, I know when crypto was on the run, when Bitcoin was on the run to 100K, and once it broke 100K, whatever, I had a ton of people in my cash trading business looking to sell their CS2 items to me to get into things like Bitcoin and Ethereum. There were so many people that was like, oh yeah, I'd rather be in crypto right now. I want to sell my skins. Can you help me get crypto fast? Can you help me get cash fast? Whatever, so I can buy crypto. People like to buy the hot thing. I mean, that's why it's a hot thing. That's how it gets pushed up in the first place. It's demand. So people wanted to be in Bitcoin. People wanted to be in Ethereum. But guess what? Those people who bought at 105,000, 100,000, 95,000, 90,000, 85,000, 80,000, whatever, those people could potentially be looking to get out right now. And as they see the free and easy money over in CS2, they could kind of rotate back in. They could end up FOMOing back in, which will ultimately happen. Now, you can argue how many people are going to do that, whatever. I don't know. But especially if the overall economy and the global economies and the global markets start to take hits, this could actually be a very, very good thing for CS2. If they show to be a place of stability and a place of growth and a place of opportunity when there is going to be seemingly less and less and less of that around the world amid, a lot of these things going down, that could be another good thing for the CS2 markets. We did have this from Price Empire, Counter-Strike 2 skins, new all-time high, made it onto Bloomberg. Thanks for the chat. We also have Deserto, tweeting about stuff like this as well. Again, this is more bigger medias tweeting about Counter-Strike 2 and putting out posts about Counter-Strike 2 skins. CS market has hit an all-time high, surpassing 4.2 billion in market cap. And again, this got almost 700,000 views, 650K views. They have an article. This gets people talking. These are good things. People are talking positively about the CS2 markets and the CS2 economies right now. Again, that is exciting. And like I said, this is at a time where a lot of things are not doing so well right now. S&P down 4% year to date. We have Bitcoin down 12% just in the past 5 days, down 15% year to date. Crypto is not looking so good either. Ethereum, I think, is even worse looking than Bitcoin right now. So these are all very, very exciting things for CS2 potentially. And again, this is while we have very, very strong case unboxing numbers. We are hitting new all-time highs, getting close to the overall all-time high in Counter-Strike in general player-based numbers. We're also hitting new all-time highs in terms of CS2 player-based numbers. The peak numbers are up. People are enjoying the Armory. Premier Season 2 just started. But again, we have not gotten an update to Armory. We have not gotten a new case or new items or new content in the past couple of months. The Austin Majors in June, that's just 3 months away. Like, we have more and more and more catalysts that can potentially push things even further. So yes, things have been going insanely well for the CS2 markets recently, but I still think there are even more stuff that can continue to push us further. So I think this is a really, really exciting time to be in the CS2 markets. And again, I keep saying this, but I do think this is absolutely different than the last time we hit these numbers. Again, when we hit these 4.2 billion numbers back in 2023, we did crash back down. We went from 4.2 billion, whatever, down to a low of like, what were we here, 2.8 billion. So we almost got cut in half, not quite in half, but down like 40% or somewhere in there. So I know people are worried about that. We're like, oh, we're at these all-time highs again. We're at these numbers again. Is it time to sell? Is it time to jump ship? And I think you're going to be making a mistake there. Again, I think the reason things crashed down last time was we pulled too far forward way too fast. The CS2 hype took everyone by storm. There was a panic. There was a mania. People wanted to get in before CS2 skins, went to 10 billion or whatever. People are going way crazy. But obviously CS2 didn't end up being as good right off the bat as people expected or hoped for or whatever. But now we are talking almost 2 years later hitting these same numbers. That is 2 more years of building up the growth, improving Counter-Strike 2 as a game, building up the fan base, building up the money. Again, people got wrecked on the way down, but now they're building up once again and hitting these numbers the second time. There's much less mania and hype and excitement about Counter-Strike and more just overall growth in the player base, overall growth in the numbers. It's not bots. It's not whatever. Could we crash back down? Yeah, sure. But this time I think we've had a much more healthy, stable, consistent growth up to these numbers than last time. So I don't really think there's any reasons outside of, some crazy catastrophic event or something happening in the CS2 world. I don't really think there's any reason for us to be crashing back down immediately this time. I actually think this time it's a much more exciting reason that we could just kind of keep on running. But yes, Counter-Strike 2 is getting mainstream media coverage. Things are super, super exciting. People are starting to take notice. And I'm sure, like I said, if you've been checking your inventories and checking your balances and checking your money going up, you've been taking notice as well. But pretty much it was the video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.